There's different roles in our offense. So a 9 is more like you've seen the Sammy Coach of the world, the Ricardo Lewis's. 2s are more like a Quan Bray, speed sweep guys that can get the ball, that can run deep home run posts, get spots and bubbles. So 2s are a little bit of a smaller player for us in this offense. And then the 9 is really your X or a bigger receiver.
Nine would have to get off jams a little bit more, right?
Correct. I mean, typically you're going to get a lot of press into the boundary anytime it's man-to-man, and so you got to be able to work releases and hold a point and be pretty strong.
You got some guys that are pretty good at getting out. I mean, Darius doing pretty well as far as breaking jams.
Yeah, Darius has done an awesome job breaking jams. He's continuing to get better each and every single day. His footwork is really good. I think a guy like Kyle Davis is a bigger, stronger body that can definitely try to get off a jam as well, and Nate Craig. So those are kind of the 3 guys that we're looking at right now as far as, hey, who's going to be that guy that can get off the press, and I think they've done a good job so far.
Darius has got a little bit more physical. How much has that helped him in his progression?
That's helped him a lot. That's really what's about. In this league at receiver, man, you got to be physical. I mean, you got really good cornerbacks each and every week that you're going to be facing that get in your grill and play man-to-man, press coverage. And you got to be able to separate in this league. And once you can do that, then big plays come. So he's one of those guys that's starting to take that next step, and he's got to continue to get better.
Just your group as a whole, what have you seen out of them so far about halfway through camp?
Just really growing up. I think once fall camp hit, it's like, hey, we got a bunch of question marks at receiver, a bunch of young guys, a lot of talent, and a bunch of good players, but who's going to really take the next step? And I've seen a couple of guys here and there start to take the next step, progress, understand the base offense, and starting to really make plays and come into their own.
Who for you have you seen, like maybe a guy that you had not question marks about, but a guy you wanted to see take that step? Anybody that you named to go, okay, that guy's really coming into his own?
I think a guy like Eli Stove is starting to come on a lot. He's had a really good fall camp so far. He's got to continue to progress. The Darius Slaytons of the world, I think last year he's 11 for 11 in games. When we threw it to him, he made plays, and he's really starting to take the next step. I can go on and on. Nate Craig, we moved him back and forth between different positions. He's starting to pick it up, understanding the base offense to where we can plug him in here, and go out there and make plays. Kyle Davis coming back has been a pleasant surprise. I knew that obviously he's a great athlete and what he can do, but his development as a receiver has been really good so far. Sal splitting between tight end, playing with some receiver. Just he has to be a cerebral guy. It's hard to in this offense to go from H-back to tight end to receiver, and I think he's picked it up pretty good. I look at a guy like Noah who's come in, and he's been really impressive so far. I mean, he can flat out run. He can catch the ball out in space and do some things with it. So I think as coaches, he's caught our eye just with pure speed and his toughness. Ryan Davis, Will Hastings, guys that have made plays last year for us, have really progressed. I think Ryan Davis has taken that next step and becoming a leader for us. I really do believe that. And he's got the least amount of drops of all the receivers. He's caught everything we've thrown to him. And I think he's really starting to take the next step as becoming a leader.
How important is that position? Because we saw in the spring, I mean, obviously when you spread the field out, doing RPOs, that slot receiver can become a valuable weapon. How important is it that those guys have stepped up, him and Will especially?
It's really important because a lot of times you're looking for the best matchups. And when you get little guys like that that can wiggle and catch the ball, you got a chance to convert some third downs or for sure passing downs with those guys. So it's really important for those guys to be tough because they're smaller. So they got to be tough and have some heart, and they both do. So I'm excited to see what they can do this year.
We talked to you in the spring, and the players had a little bit of a feel for the offense. Now they've kind of gone through it. They've seen that more passing, more of that emphasis on the passing game. How have you seen that transition to just the attitude of the guys, now in the ball?
Yeah, so I mean now just the attitude, which it always has been, is hey, you got to get open, you got to want the ball. And now that I feel these guys see that, hey, we're going to throw the ball more down the field vertically, we're going to do some different RPOs. That hey, I've got to get open on my route, I got to fight for the ball, and I think that they're doing that so far.